Bonsoir. Bonsoir Franck. Bonsoir Romuald. Bonsoir Paul. Hello Thomas. Thank you Thomas. Thank you Thomas for leaving an early tip as usual in the coffee jar. Merci beaucoup. Always makes me start in an ambitious way, I guess. Bonsoir Coli Lily. Hello, ça va? Hello Stéphane. Croydon. Good evening, Ryan. Nice to see you. And Noisy Beast. Hello, Marcos. Hello, 808. Raph. Yes, Andy. Friday indeed. Bit of a bittersweet day. Salut Magic Berber. Oh! Hope it's not too bad. Magic Berber is sick. Hello Ryan. Starting with J Glass Dubs. J Glass Dubs will be performing live at this little festival I'm putting together with Nils in just about a month in Sweden. Oh yeah, Marcos. Mind-expanding reverb and echo, for sure. Hello, George. How are you? The season of haze right now, Georgia. Hello, Steve. Good evening, Olaf. Well, yeah. Fair enough. I could say same here. So I'm gonna be pretty chill tonight, I think. Maybe a little bit. I just wanted to play some music that will be featured in the festival, but also something very reflective of today's mood. I have a little sad story. I know it's not nice to start with a sad story, is it? So as soon as spring kicked in 3 weeks ago, a little family of squirrels started to play around the house joyfully every day, all day around. And yesterday I knew it was going to be raining last night. So I put some barrels around the corners of the house to collect the rainwater for gardening. And this morning when I went to check if everything went well, unfortunately, one of the parents of the old squirrel family had drowned in one of the barrels, going to drink there. pretty sad. So now we can only get better, right? Good evening. Yes. Hello, Pascal. From the woods of Quebec to the woods of Stockholm. Hello, Pinap. Bonsoir, maman. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird that the best thing in life, water, being so deadly. So the Jade Glass Dub track we listened to was from this sampler. 10 years Serendipity, which is a web shop in Italy, I believe. And we listen. It's a pretty cool package. Toulouse Low tracks, J Glass Dubs and proper. And the track by J Glass Dubs is Spawn. Absolutely fantastic. Super cheap record. Hello, Rich. Detroit, wow. You have to tell me all about that. I know. It's been just, I know. Hello, music in the house, yeah. See, we're already getting a little merrier. Yes, I do like some Casino versus Japan pinup. I have 2 or 3 albums of theirs. Salut Nick. Hello LA from Tempo Roboto. In Milan, no? What do you mean? We're listening to Jane and Jeff Hudson. One of their 2 albums. '83. What a year. And what a cover. So Jane and Jeff Hudson, they were this duo who did these 2 records. They were pretty cool, pretty cult in the minimal synth, minimal wave circles. I think they got both reissued together as a double pack. And both records are good, but this one is my favorite one. Yeah. Oh yeah, Milan. Yeah, now I get it. I'm not sure Balearic, but yes, that's what they are. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a good point. It's funny. This yesterday, I think it was Frank from Vinyl on Demand reflected on all those Cabaret Voltaire tracks from between 74 and 79 or 80 something that only were released on cassette, and 53 of these tracks were released as a 7 LP box set or something some years ago. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. And he was thinking about how frustrated he is about that. But at the same time, that would be a lot to process, wouldn't it? Hello, Alex. Yeah, nice. Welcome. A wild year for Rufan, huh? It was probably wild for me too, as a 6-year-old. Changing school. Yeah. Monte Casaza. Ça va. He can't stop, even when he says that this is going to be the very last one. There's always something around the corner. Or so it seems. Mm-hmm. Mom, behave. I didn't get that many records this week. I got a bunch. Quite good ones, cool ones, including some gifts from Fred, Big Star 1000, Big Star 1000, who sent me a nice VCLT, including one record I actually bought myself, a record I was looking for, and a couple of records that he thought I should get. And he was pretty much on the spot. Hello, Sean. Okay. Wow. I hope you're right and that you're not overhyping this. That would be good. I agree, Stéphane. I think I tend to say that Cabaret Voltaire, the Cabs, were the first punk band ever, the real one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, we're starting a little bit gloomy. Like, that's, yeah, kind of the mood I have to get off from. And I'm sure we will, but patience. Exactly. Earliest performance, 1973. Insane. And talking about punks who did some noise, Bruce Gilbert from Wire, Music for Flute, commissioned for dance piece. Hello, Mercury Man. Well, I think it's a pretty good label. Not totally sure about. I love their original releases. They do amazing reissues and archivals, but they also release new music, and it's decent, sometimes good even. Yeah. Well, tell us a story, we can. Hello, Michael. Thank you for pointing that out. Hello, Bjarni. Well, hopefully. Hello, Chris. Absolutely. How are you surviving the VC, Chris? Nice. Yeah, I know, but we're gonna get there. Don't worry. it, it is pretty trippy. Okay, let's do a 180 as I usually do. Come on, Rufan. I don't know. I think he did, but I don't think he released anything. Yeah, no one will judge you here. All right. From gloom to boom. And thank you, my friends. Thank you, Rich, for leaving a little tip in the coffee jar. Merci, Rich. Much appreciated. Always helpful. Steve Davis and Jim from Record Collector News and Klatubar left a little something during the week as well. So thank you guys. Much appreciated. Hello, Michael. Nice to see you awake. Tantan, Eddie Thornton, the prime trumpet player from Jamaica since the early mid-60s. He played with the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Small Faces. This is his, I believe this is his first solo album from 1982. And this track is called Disco Style Reggae. I love this cover. The album is not a straight up reggae album or a dub one. It's kind of in between jazz, dub, reggae. It took me a little while to get really into it. I bought this just to test it out. I had no idea what the music was going to be. It was a good purchase. And now, Concrete Abysses by Jean-Claude Eloy. One of my favorite musique concrète composers. A double LP on Erato disc. One of his two main albums. As you can see, it's going to be pretty wild. His other album was made out of... It's a musique concrète album made of field recordings of pachinko machines in Japan. He traveled to Japan and recorded these machines like this, like casino money machines, and it's a pretty fun record. But yeah, this is one of these Abyss records. I haven't listened to this in a while. I thought, like, this is the time. We're ready, of course. Hello, Frederick. Hello, Ricardo. Richard James. Yeah. Hello, safe and sound vaginal audio excursions. Is it Mike? Yeah, I'll have you know, we do a live stream every Friday afternoons. Come on, Dubs. Hello. No problem. Nice to see you, Mike. Next one will be for you then. No, he's been a ghost for about 30 years, Alex. He's haunting streams without disclosing his identity, though. Come on, guys. Yeah, with too much hair, right? Hello, Andrew. Nice to see you. Yeah, this record is an absolute, mind trip, obviously. And Jean-Claude Eloy, he did also some more straight up modern classical music that I don't find as interesting as his electronic music. Although, I've had this record for like 25 years now. It's been quite influential in my getting into avant-garde electronic music. Some of the field recordings here. Always love it when it's children messing around. Just imagine when this was performed or broadcasted on the national radio. This was actually commissioned by the WDR in Cologne, in Köln, Germany. And it's dedicated to Karl-Heinz Stockhausen. Recorded in 72-73 in Cologne, Köln. Yeah, I love it. And it's a double LP, Sean. Oh, Stefan Bremer, yeah. Good music seller. I think you can get it for... I don't think it's too expensive, Brandon, is it? Yeah. Hello, Zvonimir. Nice to see you. Back. Well, he is influential.
Nimmt das jetzt auf? Dann bin ich still.
No, let's just run it down. For the test, while we're listening to it back, then we can do the journal. Okay, hey Jeff! Okay, we're gonna do a test. Everybody, let's just right into it. Okay, float in and
Hey
out.
Jeff!
Try whatever you want to try.
Jeff Gilson.
1, 2, 1, 2, there.
Yeah, it used to be a little bit expensive, because the copies were hidden for a long time. All right, nice. Stéphane Bremer. If you've been buying avant-garde experimental music on vinyl for a long time, you know Stéphane. Recorded by Jeff Hudson in the Palm Studio. Absolutely insane lineup and recording. See the little sticker here for the telephone number. So 40. I don't think so, Rufan, but maybe we should get into that. I have the records. Yeah, it's really hard to find everywhere, actually, Mike. This is I got this maybe. This is one of the last Palm records I got, like maybe 7 years ago, 7, 8. It wasn't cheap. This is the Clean Jackson, the third composition on this record. The other side is Mother Africa in 3 parts by Jeff Hudson. Squall toilet breath. It is. It's a trip. Spiritual, free, French, American, Philadelphia. Yeah, and funky, for sure. Cheers, Alex. Hello, I'm the Dead. Ah, cool. Ouh. Bonsoir, Monsieur Alan. The bass makes it pretty funky. Jean-François Jeff Catoir on acoustic and electric bass. The one French player on this. Tim Jackson back then was a pretty new musician. The bass player, Jean-François Catoir, Gilbert right. The gifted bass player disposes liberally of his talents and demonstrates a technical facility and richness of imagination, combined with a consistency and discipline equal to the greatest. Doesn't say much, right? Oh, okay. Good insight. So if I mention Stefan Geek to him next time, he will know you. Yeah, exactly. Just basically praising him for being good, but now Jonathan Dickinson with Keno Speller on the perks. Still this week, I still got a grail this week. I know the word becomes like almost meaningless, but it is one of these records that is almost invisible and not totally invisible, but been after it for quite a while. So it will come later today. I think Brandon will be happy with it. The trumpet comes back. Kind of reminds me of Don Cherry when he's Don Cherry at his wildest. This is wild. Hello Marius, nice to see you. Where are you right now, huh? Funnily enough, Quinta Davis, I was talking with John Zone this week about like a project that will never happen, unfortunately. Not while he's alive. But he just released an LP, which is very rare for John Zone, as he doesn't like vinyl records at all. But Sadic's distributor got bankrupt or something. And in the proceeds, Sadic, John Zorn's label, lost $70,000. So they just released the Masada Quartet LP. And it's okay. Oh, it's alright. It's not the best, but I like Masada. Hello, William. Well, this one is pretty rare, Ivan. Mother Africa. Clean Jackson 3, the third. Well, the whole band is amazing, and yeah, here they highlight Byard Lancaster as well, but it is Clean Jackson's band. This album was recorded in the studio of the Foyer Montorgueil in the heart of Paris, a few steps from Les Halles. This is a meeting place of work and friendly confrontation in the midst of yesterday's city and tomorrow's. No passports were required, no identity cards, no letters of introductions, no newspaper cuttings. Musicians of all races and nationalities come together and rehearse at the will with the sole aim, I believe, here's the typo, the sole aim of better serving the music that they love. By chance, four Americans got to know one another there in Paris, and they met a French bass player. They found that they worked well together, and so Jeff Gilson, in the control room, decided to record the whole session. All right. Yeah. I'll play it in a couple of records, I guess. Yeah, I wish, but Zorn he was pretty categoric. It was funny, he responded immediately. Sounds pretty right to me, Ivan. Ooh, this is nice. I mean, we're getting really to the bottom of that track. It's a long track, but as far as I'm concerned, it's flying. And here he's.
If you want to check it out, you check it out. I know how it sounds. Just listen
to it. No, fuck him.
For the first number, you must do much better. Second.
Yeah, I remember that one. I have her first album of Caitlin Aurelia Smith. Come on. Je vois ce que tu veux dire, mais c'est quand même encore un peu à côté. with the Sasems sticker. I'm not totally sure, but I think this one might have been reissued by Le Souffle Continu actually. But yeah. This is the kind of record that I was not gonna wait for a reissue to get this in my life if I could. However good the reissue might be. So this, I believe, still might be affordable. Computer music on the Italian Edipan label. Edipan is mostly a library soundtrack label from Roma, as most call Italian music. But they also had this series of contemporary, modern, experimental music. And I got this because of 3 compositions by Pietro Grossi. Pietro Grossi, who is my favorite library soundtrack composer. He does electronic music, like pure electronic music. And this is not his most high-profile record. It's just a little record of his, and a little less rhythmic, or not rhythmic at all, actually, compared to his other records. But Edipan is a label worth investigating. They got a series of solo instrument records that is pretty amazing. There's a Stefanos Codanibio double bass record there. And all in all, I have probably like 30 Edipan records, and still like investigating. This one is from 1988. Not super spectacular, but yeah, the Caitlin Aurelia Smith with Suzanne Ciani. Hello, Tokyo. Must be early for you right now, right? Let's see if we can wake up William a little bit. So yeah, this is really delicate, pure electronic tone music. And I really like it. I'm pretty sure William won't, but Brendan might. But William's turn will come. Hello, Jeffrey. Wow, waking up then, huh? Pietro Grossi. Music to investigate, basically. With some notes here. Let's see. So these 3 tracks consist of the mixage, yeah, you know, English writing by Italians in the 80s. consists of a mixage of various realizations obtained by the programs mentioned in the title. Unicumi, Unicum, no, Unicum 1, Unicum 2, and Unicum 3. We're listening to Unicum 1. They operate in sound fields whose limits and characteristics are set by the user. The development of the resulting material is governed by random procedures of virtually unlimited durations. Thus, the present pieces constitute only excerpts from extended realizations. Pietro Grossi, born in Venice in 1917, composer and cellist, devoted a large part of his activity to the development of electronic music, both as a composer and as a teacher. Since 1966, he's concentrated his experimental studies on computer music and promoted it at the CNUCE, where he's still working.
No doubt. Yeah. In the house. How you feel? Yeah. Grand Poo. Sky Maggie Shalai. Sty X. Gotta hit this. What up? Once the grand strut of stuff, pockets fluff like Jiffy Puff. Inside stuff from my Rashad, know I keep it rough. Blazing for the 2 cent and after black. Once I spit the half to that, shorties form a line at the welcome mat. Golly ways in action be for your satisfaction. Chicks feel me like attraction, move shoes like fraction. Just a cipher.
Sir Menelik.
The mic torn, rhyme flow, vibration, kill flow like radiation. You know the deal, you watch me flip it on the really. Once the guard begin to bomb it, all beware hygiene common. Plain and simple, I shine like an iced out presidential. Go front, be the dental as I smack you in the mental. Deadly flows out of use, bust the vein in your temple. I go back like
exactly.
A rental. Here y'all are justice Islam for the fam. Got no props to hit you all with the plan.
7XL, the gods live well, cash clientele, checks out the mail, sipping in as well.
Exactly.
In the tailor made with the celebrate, make dates while we marinate. 7XL, the gods live
I know what you mean,
cash
Stefan.
clientele, checks out the mail, sipping in as well, flipping in as well. In the
Yeah.
tailor made with the celebrate, make dates while we marinate. Mad game, I kick the king verbal. God wisdom, cypher 720.
Yeah, probably best rap label of the 90s.
Spectacular interaction, my raps capture your
Late
fascination.
half,
Still I maintain
yeah,
finesse.
second half of the
Train
90s.
best. Troopers using telekinetic, prophetic maneuvers to gain blessing.
Which is funny, I have a funny story about that.
Collaboration, born physical, dual form, fulfill and manifest. Yes, Jehovah's night. Give the devil stressed out, sparkle remarkably. Lips palatial, gems glacial. Ladies stay in my facial, labels pay to keep me laced. Force this short fade, paid suede, soft butter, Averex. Turbotron, John intellect. Mental flex connects aspects. Got cream like NASDAQ. Thought the competition don't be abstract. The extra large.
So here's the classic Raucous logo. Here's the classic Raucous logo. Coil, Scorn, Pansonic on the Raucous. Now how about that, huh?
Her black panties up the anties, which was well spent on. There was cash spent on for porn, latex worn, it's on. Sting like a thorn in the morn for self-guilt. And think about that to kill. For one stone, great cities was built. With terrorists with a twist, Menelik, you must know this. The brand Nubian name will live long in the annals of fame. And if she say she don't get down, well, that's game. She ran the same.
Good question. I think that I listened to, like that I put my mind to it, was probably outside of like warp stuff, but avant-garde stuff, it would be François Bayle, Tremblement de terre très doux, very soft earthquakes.
The gods live well, cash clientele, checks out the mail, sipping in as well, flipping business well, in a tailor made with the celebrate, make cakes while we marinate. 7XL, 7XL.
what's the story? Raucous releasing Coil and Tactile. So Tactile was a musician, electronic industrial musician who lived in the US, New York, and he shared an office, his label Centrax, with Raucous. Hence how this record came to be, which is like one of the weirdest co-credits I know of. Yeah. And this is an alias of Pansonic. But right now we're listening to Tactile versus Coil. Coil remixing Tactile. Exactly, it is. Yeah, some weird music history. Now, Sir Menelik, who we listen to, have 3 EPs of his. He never really released an album, but he was one of my favorite rappers of the 90s. So this isn't your friendly Coil here. This is Coil in experimental mode. Yeah, he passed away 4 years ago, 5 years ago now. Time goes so fast. Yeah, all of these have most of the records from back then. Well, John Everall, the guy behind Tactile, he passed away a few years ago as well from a blood disease, I think. I'm not sure, but I think, yeah, he had a fatal disease. I think he might have committed suicide. But I remember he was still like communicating on Facebook with everyone and like telling people that how many days he had left to live or something. It was pretty strange. But so in 1997 he released that album of remixes by different people. I think there's a Muslim Ghost remix as well. I'm not sure. I have the CD somewhere, but well, Coil, Scorn, Pansonic, Mika Vaino. And this is something you can find for cheap. The Scorn remix has got like a really cool beat. Hello Daniel, nice to see you. Yeah, no problem with that. Hello Dub. Now you can start to hear Coil in this actually. So okay, I guess we deserve a little bit of a grail now, right? Very joyful record. Now Stefan, Alex, Brandon, who knows who that is? Someone knows, I'm sure. That's Venimir. No, Charlemagne is never that energetic, in my opinion, in my experience. Funny that you mentioned that. I think this weekend, Jamal Mouse, aka Hieroglyphic Being, is performing in Australia his own soundtrack of Hellraiser live through a screening of Hellraiser somewhere. Oops. So let's let it play a little bit then. No, come on. Come on, Romuald. Salut Chris. Yeah, you should. Elodie Lauten. I believe her first album. Horrible shrink, huh? Much nicer. I love this artwork. You're not wrong, Billy Bob. It is kind of exactly that, but a little faster though. Oh, you know her as well. Nice. Yeah, all these 80s minimalism, post Terry Riley records, and Terry Riley records of the 80s, they're usually pretty good, but rarely that fast in tempo. Yeah, dreadful, I agree. And we've already played for an hour, so this is when I remind you to leave a thumbs up if you feel like that, as this is part of this adventure, right? Discovering what the thumbs up will ultimately conjure. I'm sure it's all part of a esoteric ritual that will bring the great ancients on the earthly planes. So don't settle for the lesser evil. Put a thumbs up on this video and leave a comment if you're watching this. Whenever you're watching this, let me know what you think. It's always nice. And if you want to support the channel, if you like the stream tonight, if you want to tip your DJ of the night, you can always leave a tip in the coffee jar, the first link in the description of the video. Very helpful, very instrumental for this to happen every week, and much appreciated. It was a slow start this week on that level. It happens sometimes. Yeah, it's kind of true, Stefan, yeah. Yeah, well, the episode 50 is kind of, if you look at my streams, you'll notice a sort of pattern there. Ouais, c'est bien. C'est un très beau disque. This is a record I was eyeing, hoping to find it cheap at a seller who would have something I was like super hardcore after. And I didn't have time to have that happen since Fred, Big Star 1000 from Australia, sent me this as a VCLT. It's a beautiful little like fourth world type of album. No, this is Adam Halliwell from Australia. Yeah, exactly. You got that right, Island. And thank you, Billy Bob, for leaving a tip in the coffee jar. Merci beaucoup. Much appreciated, man. So where shall we go after this, huh? This album is dedicated to John Hassel. You don't say. Merci, Big Star 1000. Hello, Aluminium Wind. Nice to see you. So Tokyo woke up. Australia woke up. Oh yeah, that's a really good record, Marius. Yes, Stefan, this is brand new, like from 2023. I saw that on Bandcamp, and I was like, yeah, this is nice. I think I saw Fred play that as well, and yeah, it was on my want list, so it was very nice surprise to get this from Fred. It's not always you get like a VCLT that is a record that is actually on your want list, and the person who sent it to you don't even know it's on your want list. So, well done. Now here's a typical record of this stream, right? Usually I play these like maybe a little later. I don't know. This is Joanna Bruzdowicz doing music inspired by the paintings or by the work of what's his name? His full name. Bogert. Huh? Well, I guess he is called Bogert. This is one of his paintings. He was a very popular painter in the 60s, 70s in Belgium, and not just in Belgium. So this album is two compositions by Joanna Bruzdowicz, inspired directly by the paintings of Bogert. There's a trilogy called Homo Faber, Electronic Trilogy, but we're listening to Dum Spereo, a musical scenario for flute and magnetic tape, 1981. The flute is being played by Mark Growels. And it was recorded in the highly inspirational, very important historically IPEM studio in Ghent. The three other tracks are pure electronics, but what's one of these streams without a flute track, huh? Huh. Yeah. Yeah, and Timo Van Luc, he's done quite a few releases around artists closely affiliated to the IPEM studio. It's a really nice record that is still somewhat on the cheap. Um, Again, not necessarily one that is like a wow in your face, but still. Well, thank you, Quint. It's a labor of love and a hardship. Yeah, as I was writing just a little text about like introducing this the stream in the community posts, and I was ad-libbing basically about that, about how constantly looking for being challenged musically, orally, is maybe both a curse and a way of life. Sounds a little bit pretentious to say that, but it is. Hello, DJ Mr. Joel. The further you get into this track, the more it gets you, in my opinion. No. What was... Oh, no, don't worry about that. It's the joke I put on myself. Yeah, sure, no, absolutely not. And by the way, for those who don't know Tokyo Record Style, he does these videos where he basically roams the streets around the record stores in Tokyo, and he interviews or let people talk right when they step out of the record stores and show what they got, and just use their own words, and it's pretty joyful. It's sort of a vignette type of videos or posts on Instagram, as it's pretty active there as well, and as a concept for a VC channel, it's not necessarily revolutionary, but it's quite nice when you just feel like I want to see a VC video and just see people talk and show records. It's kind of nice to see when people just got out of the record store and still got the adrenaline of the find. I like it. I think it's a channel that is worth regularly checking. Hello, Andora's Revenge. Exactly. There you go. Very true, Daniel. Samara Lubelski. You're almost tempting me, huh? Hello, Lim. I would agree with that, Marcos. Well, step in line, Dom. Yeah, that's kind of it. But a little more in the moment, I would say. There you go. You're welcome. No problem. So, I was reminded of that record through the stream I did with Michael and Thomas on Wednesday. This is .H, the soul record by .H, which is basically Mark Fell from S&D on the Hobby Industry label, which is Opiates label. Thomas Nack, who actually works for Thomas. So I had no idea. So it's an electronica IDM label from late 90s, early 2000s from Denmark. And Mark Fell is, well, the master of glitch music, in my opinion. It's just a little... If you like S&D, his main band, you might have missed this. And this is a cool little side quest in on the path of S&D. For those who don't know, S&D could be described as the lost, well, I would say the lost brother, but I should say the estranged father of Otaker. And they've often collaborated, opened for Otaker during tours. Yeah, and basically they are probably the first band who really embraced the digital aesthetic of music in such a potent way. Yeah, they are very important in music history because of that, of how they embraced the digital world in music as the core subject of their musical investigation. Thank you, Daniel. Wise words. Thank you. Very important. Leave a tip, leave a thumbs up, and welcome the great ancients. And now I'm doing a new beat version of this. sort of. Yeah, that's a totally valid take on this, Liam. Oh, there you go. Ezu, lurker, huh? Nice to see you. Salut Bernard. Ah bah tu vas trouver des articles à moi alors. It's new beat if you put it on 45 and -8, which I just did on this. The B side, no, actually it's the A side of Skywalker by Robert Schröder. I love this cover. I mean, it's really bad, but we like it bad like that, right? I mean, it might very well happen. Don't worry. Hello, Royce Daddy. I mean, fancy pants. Yeah, exactly. What year was that? I think it's 81, 82, something like that. I'm not sure. Let me double check. And again, I'm not playing it at the correct speed, but I prefer it that way. Yeah, 83 again. I was suspecting so. Sort of like electro new age, new beat. And this came out on the Innovative Communication label, which is a new age label, essentially. Electronic new age, but that also released some weird stuff, almost industrial, by accident, without even knowing it was industrial music, I would guess. But this is labeled as a Berlin school, because Robert Schröder, he did all these synthesizer records that are, I wouldn't say essential, far from that. Oh, this is a super cheap record. You can probably get it for $5. Thank you, Justin Peters, for leaving a tip in the coffee jar. Merci. Oh yeah, the Johnson crew. Yeah, I have these records too. Early electro. But I'll be honest, Liam and Justin, Liam, this is the kind of record that obviously the jacket, the cover caught my attention first. And then thankfully there's something to do with this music. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Stefan. Well, this is Germanica Bambata. Yeah, there's quite a few of these. Mark Shreve. And occasionally they do a track that has something quite interesting. Oh yeah, Mother Africa. Hello, Stefan. Nice to see you. Yeah. At the right speed is you lose that kind of the dub aspect of the track gets a little bit lost in my opinion, which is pretty much what I like the most about this track. Now this might sound like it's starting as a fourth world record, right? Well, first impressions can be deceiving. Now this record I'm playing now, I find essential. If you're into industrial, ambient, outsider music, the musician here has become a pretty regular Hollywood movie, TV show, music composer. That's basically what he does these days, mostly. And he's done some quite high-profile, not necessarily high-profile movies, but movies by high-profile directors. Like he did, well, I will give it away. Yeah. Yeah, he did work with Paul Schrader. Your storage, huh? Nice. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Stefan. No, because this is actually from the early 80s, early mid 80s. Oh, you know what? I don't hate it. I'm not happy with it, but I'm always curious to test. This record was recorded in the Chartres Cathedral, where the kings of France are traditionally being crowned. And wasn't it also where Joan of Arc was burned down by the English? So this is the first album of Lustmord, Brian Lustmord, on Side Effects, label of SPK. And this was actually recorded in the Chartres Cathedral crypt, thanks to Graham Revel from SPK. Yeah, recorded between 83 and 84. Noise generator, acoustic treatments, pipes, machinery, voice, gong, noise generator, acoustic treatments, digital loops, voice gongs, Sean, bows, rhythm generators, masonry, hammers, chainsaw, construction, demolition, combustion are the instruments here. And this is when Brian Lustmord was living in London with the SPK guys. And yeah, this is one of the two best SPK, Lustmord record in my opinion. For us, nothing is sacred anymore. A law by which we live, the only sound of a broken bell, entering your shrines, eating your gods, burning your cathedrals, bearing our own scars. I will not ride the fallen winds again. A crystal shattered, I will not rest amongst the bones of men. This is like 80s edgelord. I don't believe this was reissued. Yeah, but what do you think about it, Stefan? I'm not so sure about it. here's the other Lustmord LP. I think is really well worth having. Strange Attractor Black Star, which was released much later in 1996 on Plug Research in San Francisco. No, we have Magic Berber who's here as well. There are a few. Ouais. Et un bon edgelord. Yeah, Brian Lustmord is a big edgelord, and there's some not some shady stuff around him as well. But he's been polishing his resume since he's working for Hollywood nowadays. All right. Ah well, I'm not sure that we're here from the from beginning, anyways. Well, you didn't go to the Brussels record fair last 2 weeks ago, Fred, huh? Yeah, I prefer this than the one I showed, as they are less stark for the sake of being stark, or dark for the sake of being dark. This kind of reminds me of Zemia Lemani of the SPK. Yes, Chuck. It was one of the first choice, like one of the common grounds between everyone. I missed that we reached midnight. I'm so sorry about that. So what are we listening to right now? We're listening to Daniel Humair. Daniel Humair, the Swiss jazz drummer, here doing a track on a library soundtrack album on the EML International Music Label, library label. This one features Jacques Tolo, Yannick Top, Teddy Lasry. There's a couple of Daniel Humair tracks on it, and this one is pretty cool. I'll play the other one. So of course it is a little more abstract than his usual stuff, but I mean, the dude was playing with Eric Dolphy in 1963. Around Europe. I mean, the last tour of Eric Dolphy was the drummer was Daniel Humair, this guy. Oh, is that so? Is that what I'm doing right now? I'm sorry. So, as you can hear the instrument here, this is obviously a track from the same session as the Magica Bus session, the insane record with Jean-Charles Capon he did. But this is not, this is only to be found on this record. Bye bye Alan, you often go before the end, but you are forgiven. Exactly. Well, I guess there's a reason why you're here, Brandon. Not just to enjoy the music or to be like appalled by some of my choices. Hypnose, a basic argument treated by different modern composers. But here, they don't give the credits of who's playing with Daniel Humair here. Just the fact that Daniel Humair is the composer on this. Hello, Kaylee. I mean, that's like Daniel Humair on this label, he has this whole album dedicated to him. And now, so we listened first to Demonology, and now it's Helldriver's March. And these two are, I find them even stronger than the stuff on this. Yeah, these two plus the Structure Sonore Last Ribachet one are the ones to get. I have one of the ugliest logo though. If you see this, usually really? That's weird. That's really strange. And this is, by the way, a painting by Daniel Humair, because he's also an abstract artist. So here's one of the early releases on Principe, the Portuguese label, hand-painted cover, the home of DJ Niggafox. So this is Angolan dance music influenced by cumbia and techno. I love this. To mix this with maybe more straightforward beats really creates a unique atmosphere on the dance floor.
firmeza na casa.
So this is a collective BNM PDDG, which is basically for this track. I'll show you. Oh. Actually, I'll play another so you get like But this was DJ Niggafox, which is probably DJ Niggafox with DJ Leacox. They're all DJs. So Angola was one of the colonies Portugal had. There's obviously still a strong connection between the two countries and the culture. And yeah, this is a label from Portugal that for me really, yeah, that was the next big thing in 2012, 2013 as far as I'm concerned. And this is, I believe, one of the first 4 or 5 releases. The best one is this one. Greetings. And thank you, Mercury Man, for leaving a nice tip in the coffee jar. Merci, very helpful. It's been a slow night, but sometimes it's like that. You're most welcome, Stefan. Yeah, this is for the Croydon crew. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Good memory, Fred, but they were basically they used these artists, but they were not as good as, yeah, basically they didn't get any bangers in my opinion with these. I got one of the 3, but yeah. Yeah, that's the soundtrack to Prison Break. That should be, every scene should have that music in the background. But we'll stay now in South America now. And these, on principe, They all have like these hand painted jackets. So there's something pretty cool, pretty unique about it. Not everything they release is great, but everything is worth giving a listen at least. Bon appétit, Dom. But now we're listening to Beatriz Ferrara. I got this a while ago now, but I only got to listen properly to it a month ago or so. Yeah, crazy old lady doing crazy experimental electronic music, huh? Well, I love her. I have almost every single thing she's done. Thank you for reminding us that, Sean. It does. It really, really does. You have no idea. Um, yes, indeed, Ralph. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, it was the Elodie Lauten, Brandon. So you didn't miss it, but maybe you did if you went away for. This one. Hello, John. Finally. Yeah, we played 2 tracks of it. So Beatrice Ferrara, she's been around the groupe de recherche musicale, the GRM, since the 60s. She was one of the closest musical friends of Bernard Parmigiani as well. And she's a funny lady. And her music can be sometimes pretty esoteric, obviously. But she does all these pretty long form compositions that really crave you to, not necessarily crave, but like if you give them proper attention, immerse yourself in it. So much is happening. On a certain level, if you don't really concentrate a little bit, it could feel like just an onslaught of like random noises and sounds, but it's not. And when you lend an ear to it, you start to realize the amount of information you're being offered. It's pretty staggering. And then you start to notice the connections, the back and forth. Yeah, pretty amazing. John, thank you, John Levinson, for leaving a very nice tip as well in the coffee jar. Yeah, I'm, let's see. Yeah, I'm about 25 bucks short of like getting this record that I was eyeing to for this week. Yeah, no problem. I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's something. But I'll soon show a couple of records, Brandon, that, yeah, I think you'll be happy to see them. Both happy and feeling that the family expands, and one that like you really want to be part of the family. Cheers, Steve. Congratulations for her and on you then, on both of you. Even if she did all the work, I'm sure you contributed to a large extent. Oh, thank you, Andrew Lukov and Daniel. Both of them. Merci, les amis. Much appreciated, guys. Like, yeah, that will make for a nice little week. A few things that I've been eyeing to that was a little short on. So, yeah. Yeah, this weekend, my best friend Seba, drum and bass producer, he's turning 50 years old. I'm gonna go do something for him tomorrow, and then my nephew is gonna swim 50 meters for the first time. Like, starting to feel that he can swim, so I'm gonna go there and support him as well. Life in Sweden, huh? Now we're really in a dystopian jungle with Beatrice Ferrara's Electronic Paradise Birds and monkeys. Alongside another VCLT from Fred, CS+Kreme, African musicians, if I remember correctly, or a German one and an African one. But maybe I'm off with that. On the Trilogy Tape label, Trilogy Tapes. It's a record I listened to a couple of times, and I was like, this is pretty good. And it was in my maybe pile. So pretty happy about it. Thank you, Fred. Because now I know how to play this. Hello, Joe. No, not yet. Unfortunately, it will take some time. Oh? Well, I have also, my concept of tropical melody music, which is kind of the same. And the jungle I'm talking about has much nicer animals. But what was, Sean, can you share the news you hinted at the beginning of the stream 2 hours ago? I'm still pretty curious about it. I don't know if you were talking about Israel and Palestine or Russia and Ukraine. But maybe you were just talking about the US Capitol. Hello, Tis. Welcome. I love his stuff. I have every record of his. He was a close collaborator of Chas Smith, who passed away last week. Ambient electronic music, not too far away from the Los Angeles Free Music Society, but also closer to modern composers such as Stephen Scott, Ingram Marshall, kind of in between these two worlds. Absolutely lovely stuff. This is a really nice combination. Well, I hope that's enough motivation. I fear it's not. You're meaning the International Court of Justice, right? From La Haye? Hello, S of 10's Victims 1876. Always late, but always here. By the way, the CS+Kreme album is a double LP. Hopefully, fancy pants. And when both records finish exactly at the same time, it's how often does that happen, right?
You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt.
Please don't wait, I may never get there. Still trying to find out who, what, when, and where. I want nothing, and that's too much. Face to face, but we cannot touch. All that I own is fiction. Sentimental values, but no blue ribbon. A snake in a wicker basket, hidden from opinion on canyon. Calendar by animal, belly not full, all it's hungry and casual. Simple pleasures still pay off beautiful. Ache for treasures encased in bullet glass. At how many lifetimes must we glance?
Nila.
It's the release of the beast. Cities are crying over decades and weeks. I know clothes and switches under really cheap wine. I'm taking innocent pictures as the globe declines. Midnight diner, Java junkies, washed up lonely computer hackies. Slipping through race pitched by the fort. Keep pushing buttons, but there's no room to abort. All I afford is out on a limb. It's better not to have faith in anything. Finally got a chance to see the fat lady sing, filter free and able to catch every key. A story about a story that unravels me, with powers to change gravel into vertical trees, where eternal leaves ring over shadows of need. Bodily capsule free in the naked soul monopoly. Your only instructions are to follow the energy, pass eternal veins into an endless cavity. Next to zero gravity without any agony, clinging to what's past is its sole irony. Even the strongest go pale with light, prevailing reality under squares of hype. All that ever once brings us here tonight, so please turn and walk away to exchange your life. I'll pretend I don't see venom injected in thin air, won't want anybody, cause nobody cares. Please don't wait, I may never get there. Still trying to find out who, what, when, and where. I want nothing, and that's too much. Face to face, but we cannot touch. Well-known strangers without a touch friends. Cycle after cycle in spokes of pretend. Suppose
Nila is a rapper from around late 90s, early 2000s that she didn't do that much, but really like her. Got most of her records. I haven't listened to her in some time.
seeing through impossible, probable cause of emotions, the CLaude pure flow from the get-go to the let-go. Disappointment blurs our souls, true windows. I finally found what I was looking for, and it's not enough, and I still want more. Please don't wait, I will never get there. Still trying to find out who, what, when, and where. I want nothing, and that's too much.
It's a little harder and more straightforward than a DJ Crush beat, isn't it, though?
Still trying to find out who, what, when, and where. I want nothing, and that's too much. Face to face, but we cannot touch. Face to face, but we cannot touch. Face to face, but we cannot touch.
So this was one of these albums that came in a generic sleeve. Nila. Well, it's an EP, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tracks. So it's an album. Well, instrumentals is an EP, a 5-track EP. Came out when from Redwood City, 2002. And we listened to a track produced by Daddy Kev. Daddy Kev, great producer. He did stuff with Bus Driver, all these guys. Yeah, he's done her best stuff. And now one mighty weird record that I absolutely adore. I don't get to listen to it too much, but whenever I stumble upon it randomly, it's always a joy to put it on. I don't even know how to describe this music. Broodma Populus on the Hemlock label. Hemlock is more like a dubstep label. Techno dubstep. This is such a weird record. Absolutely great, like subterranean dub. Really esoteric music, but with cues of, like, you know, like you get like the idea of a song, of a melody sometimes, and then it just goes away. And I haven't really, I always forget who this guy is or who this person, persons, I don't really know. Let's double check. Maybe I'll remember. Wow, it's not even that way. Oh, yeah. So it's Broodma and the album is Populous. Exactly, yeah, now I remember. And he's done an album on Triangle after that, which makes sense as Triangle is also this label from the US that is kind of really unquantifiable in a way. But yeah, I remember now. Yeah, this is the musical alias of James B. Springer. Yeah. Yeah, he was part of like some weird project I've seen since that, but this is one of the two only vinyl records he's done. Hello, Jack. Afternoon. Well, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. We're getting close to the end. Maybe a couple of more tracks. Oh, thank you. Well, we'll talk more then, Brian. Yeah, it is sort of transcendental. And you from Croydon, I'm sure Hemlock is not that far away from you. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of record I would describe as a joyful challenge, because it doesn't really take you by the hand. Like, it goes into so many different directions at the same time almost that it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's antagonistic because it's not, but it's definitely pose giving, I would say. All right, nice. Yeah, this is really, really nice. It's really raw drum machine beats here that could feel a little bit out of place in a way, but it just adds to this like paranoid, transcendental feeling. Wow, this is beautiful. You're most welcome, Thomas. Yeah, from start to finish. I think she just released a cassette, by the way. Which I will hope they will release on vinyl if it's any good. And if it's not, great. And if they do, if it's great but they don't release on vinyl, well, it's just fine. Life is too short to focus on a single artist, unless it's Nurse's Wound, Coil, and Steve Lacy. It is, huh? Brood Ma. They spell it in one word, but if you want to look it up, it's Brood and then Ma. I remember checking the second album, was not nearly as good. It was interesting, but yeah, here they describe it as abstract breakbeat, electro, dub, experimental, industrial noise. Classical as well. Wow. This is a winner, folks, and you can get it for less than $10. And Sean, both sides are amazing. I don't know if you can see my my hand, Brian, but absolutely. We're talking about transcendental music. Which made me think of Transient Waves. We're listening to the EP that came with this, their second album on Fat Cat, early Fat Cat release. This is an EP, a 3-track EP. I haven't listened to this in ages, but I always loved that track. They were part of the first, or the tail end of the first wave of post-rock bands. Anyways, we hit the 2.5 hour now, which is when I give you my final plea for the great ancients, the great old ones, to leave a thumbs up on the video or thumbs down, whatever you feel, however you feel. And if you're watching this whenever, but not during the live stream, by all means, leave a comment to let me know what you think of this. It's always nice to have different kinds of interactions, even if, well, the ones with you guys here are always like amazing. And if you want to support the channel, if you want to tip your DJ of the night or of the day or of the afternoon, whenever you're listening to this, now or in the future, most people leave only during the live show, but there's no rules. If you want to support the channel, you can always leave a tip in the coffee jar, the link in the description of the video. And well, as I said, always helpful. What is your question, Jack? Let me find it. I can't find your question. Tell me it again, because for some reason it didn't appear. One more, actually, now that I think about it. A very dubby track though. I have no idea what Thomas Kiefer is about. Cinderella and all that. So you're good with me, Thomas. I won't mix you up with anyone else. But Jack, if you had a question for me, by all means, you can write it again as I missed it. I couldn't find it. But maybe it's a misunderstanding. It usually is. So as I said, this was Transient Waves on Fat Cat Records. A 12-inch EP, no name, that came out with the as a bonus, but not with every copy, to the Fat Cat LP with the orange cover I showed. Yes, Jack, I'm on Instagram. Same name as the channel. There's a link in the main page. So, thank you guys. That was interesting evening. After an interesting, a little strange day. It's always nice to end the day with music and start a weekend with music. We're ending it with UI, the Sacha Frère Jones band. I believe this is their second proper album, maybe the first one. 1998 on Southern Records, Chicago. Lovely music. Sacha Frère Jones, he was writing at the time for Wire magazine. But this band he had, UI. Often more interesting than satisfying, but this album is pretty neat from start to finish. I'm sure it's like worth nothing. Anyways, allez Lyon demain. Champions League final for women and French Cup final against PSG. I'm sure, Alex, you'll be for Barcelona in the Champions League final, but there you go. Merci Thomas, and thank you for your ongoing support and trust. I'll have to thank a bunch of people who left tips tonight, starting with Thomas, then Rich, Billy Bob, Justin Peters, Mercurian Man, John Levinson, Daniel, amazing Daniel, and Andrew Lukoff. Go guys, you all rule. Thank you so much, but everyone who attended and everyone who's watching this in the future and in the past rules as well, hopefully. Thank you guys. I'll see you next week, hopefully, if nothing happens. Nothing tragic happens. Merci, Andorra's Revenge and Vinyl Dreamscape. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.